Welcome to the Convo. Okay, welcome to the Convo, guys. It's been a week away from you, but we are here. Yes, this is the Convo. If you're joining us for the first time, we say welcome. Here is the right gist hub where we help each other to unlearn and relearn. My name is Tabitha Williams, and of course, I have my ladies in the house. I have Nifemi.
You're welcome.
Oh, shit.
I want to be the gentleman today.
Hey, I disagree. Don't be gentle. Don't go gentle on me. And we have one of our hosts in the house today. Bemileke.
Yes. Hi everybody, my name is Bemileke and I'm a customer service representative and I'm an event coordinator.
Event coordinator.
Events for me.
So if you have any events for us, yes, we have the go-to person.
Covered.
We got you covered.
Yeah.
We are a business hub on our own.
Complete one.
Complete.
Yeah, total package.
100. Okay, so we want to say thank you, first of all, to all our viewers out there. Over the weeks, we've had 700 plus views and 60 plus comments.
Huge.
And that's what we want. And please keep the comments coming. If you've watched, you can go back and watch. You can share. It's really, really going to help us. So over to our discourse for today.
Yeah.
Yes, we actually need that for this discussion. So this discussion today is emanating from an article on Guardian News. And an article was written by one of the news representatives, or should I say personalities. And the person said, federal government allows child marriage but bans writing WAEC NECO exams at 16. It's like that. Federal government allows child marriage, but bans writing WAEC NECO exams at 16. But for this discourse, I'm going to add JAMB. The person did not add JAMB, but JAMB is included. And so before we move on, I would like to say that where it says federal government allows child marriage, it's an allowance. Because it's not in every state of Nigeria. Yes. It's some northern states of the country. Based on culture or religious belief, child marriage is practiced or allowed. Yes. And when it comes to all this cultural identity or cultural belief and religious belief, it's very dicey. Yes, you have to be careful. So that is that. So what we are focusing on today is the ban placed on writing WAEC, NECO, and JAMB examination at 16, which means that until you are 18 years of age, you cannot write this examination. WAEC, NECO, and JAMB examinations are those school and internal and external exams that you have to write to get into to get admission. Thank you, into the university. And so that is what we are going to focus on. We are going to be talking about the why that policy. Why? And then we are going to be talking about the advantages and the disadvantages of this policy. How does it affect us? How does it benefit those it concerns? Those involved. So, well, for me, let me start with the fact that why now? I mean, we've been writing JAMB, WAEC, NECO, SFC inclusive for a long time. We have people writing it at 14 years of age, at 15 years of age, at 16, 17 years. So why is that policy coming now?
Where is it
coming from?
The age of 18.
Why does it have to be? No, okay, let me say what the Minister of Education, when this was passed out, I won't call it excuse, but what he said was that it's the time to follow the process. The procedure of schooling is 633. You use 6 years in primary school, and then you proceed to junior secondary, you use 3 years, and then you proceed to senior secondary, and you another 3 years. Until then, can you try WAEC, NECO, JAMB, and then you can proceed to the university. But this school system, or this school process, or this process of schooling, how well does it work for the children in school.
I would like to come in there first. I also want us to come from their own picture. What do they see? Like you said, why? Why now? So I want to believe that they've seen something, because of course they are men and women of wisdom. So I want to believe they've seen something, they've gone through their research for them to bring out this policy. And the truth is, adulthood adults will start at the age of 18.
Okay.
So let's just put the both of them side by side. So maybe they feel that, okay, let these children. Let me read one of the statements they wrote here actually.
Okay.
In the article that was written, said they should allow the system to function as intended and give their children time to rest. Adulthood begins at 18. So why force a child, imagine a child, to go to the university or rent an apartment at 15? We need to consider the well-being of these children. So please
land, because I already have something to say in that instance.
Right? But then, if you look at the range at which immorality, corruption, that is going on, insecurity is like on the high side.
And are you trying to say one of the reasons, I don't want to say the main reason, one of the reasons why this policy is coming is to curb all this insecurity.
Maybe when those children, this is in the Yoruba word, but when they get to the university, they'll pick up.
But let me get it right. This policy is not saying that the let's say a child finishes school, a student now ends secondary school at the age of 15. This policy is not saying go and learn. This policy is not saying go and learn a skill. This policy is not saying go and learn a soft skill or a art skill, a computer skill. This policy is saying we don't care what you do. If you end school 15, you have to wait until you are 18 before you are. I understand your point. I understand that point. Talking about, let's talk about the advantage of this policy. Why did they bring up this policy? I understand the fact that maybe they looked into the insecurity out there, and it's emanating from the low age or the immaturity of students that are poured into the university. I understand that point, but let's also look at the disadvantage. The disadvantages of this policy far outweigh the advantages of this policy. Let me give you an example. A child finishes school at 15. Am I right? The child is an intelligent one. The child is a brilliant, exceptionally brilliant child. You get? And then you are telling the child that you have to wait 2 years more.
To do what?
Before you can enter university. The brain will get tired.
That's true.
The brain will get dull. I don't know. I don't know if it gets...
And then immorality sets in.
That's
another thing.
The issue is the system itself is imbalanced.
See, let's not even talk about it, because if we want to talk about the system, that's another topic. But it reminds me of there's this saying that an idle hand is a devil's
workshop.
Yes, so you get. So if you are saying that even 16, I should wait for an extra 2 years, then I don't have anything doing. Some of these parents, they push those children into school to cut financial cost. With the way the country is going now, you finish at 15, you finish at 16, the next thing is going to university.
I think they are not considerate about this.
I really don't see
like we said, the disadvantage is more than the advantage. I just feel that there could have been a better way to have done.
Okay, well, maybe your better way could have been that, as they had put out this policy, they could have also put in place skills. Skills that children that are skill acquisition for these children that they can go into.
At least
I don't know, support all these add skills and soft skills, set up a process or support entrepreneurs that are into this and say, okay, if you finish school at 15, if you finish secondary at 16, you have the opportunity of 3 years to learn this and support maybe with some form of scholarship, with some form of loans. That would have been the best idea.
That would have just been the best. Because a child of 18-year-old that spent 3 years learning fashion designing. I'm telling you, it's a relief on the parents. Like a relief. So that child finished being a graduate, finish serving, there's unemployment. The child has something to do at hand.
Well, that's it. And that even helps the maturity.
Exactly.
Because if they are talking about the children that are going into university at 15, 16, they are immature. What of the time they would spend outside the secondary school environment, wasting away? So if they put those time into learning skills, not academic skills now, then it will help their maturity.
Exactly.
They learn financial independency. They become more literate. They become more social. And it helps their processing skills, their communication skills.
More busy.
They become
They become more busy.
They become more busy.
Want to say something?
Yes, actually, I think the federal government are not that considerate because they have to look at all these things. These things have disadvantages and have advantages. The advantages is that, this thing will help them to gain more knowledge about what life entails.
Exactly.
A good point there.
It will help them to know more
about
what the environment out there. I think I get that point, because we have those children that are caged. I'm really sorry to use that word. Caged. That are protected from the realities of the society. Honestly. And so maybe then I can understand the federal government's policy then. You cage them from when they are babies rather, until they get to secondary school. And then from secondary school, you throw them out there. It's like giving them to the lion's den. Do you understand? So, but at the same time, it still comes down to the policy is not well grounded. It's not balanced. That's the one.
That's really have youth, I don't know.
Like this thing is about thinking about the future. Now they are seeing the future, right?
Yeah.
Because the truth is, if you go to schools and see how the students behave, how they live their life, I'm scared of what the future tells. But then, when you're seeing the future, you're seeing a failure in the future. At the present, there should be a provision to solve that future.
That future.
That failure you're looking at. Yoruba will say, "Nǹkan tí àgbàlagbà ń rí,
don't reload." I think, hey. Okay, I think it has to do with lórí ìjókòó. Tọmọdé bá gungi kò lè rí. We try. But if you know the correct one, you can put it in the comments. Help us out.
I think that's it.
All right.
Oh my God.
I would like us to go back to the disadvantage of this, because we have those that we have children that really are very intelligent, like you said,
exceptionally
gifted. And imagine a child of 8-year-old and GS1.
Yes.
6 years time, the child is done with
secondary school
and everything. And that kind of child, it takes a lot to a pause in the brain. It's a lot. Yeah. A person studying,
it's a lot. The brain, once the brain is active, it has to keep being active.
So I think this, I don't know if the federal government can watch
the federal government reached after the first news.
Yeah.
Still on the Guardian news, the Minister of Education went ahead to say that the federal government may give provision to exceptionally gifted students to excuse them from this policy.
Okay, so
it's a maybe or maybe not. So I just feel it didn't take them long to put this policy outside. It shouldn't take them that much to also put in place some measures some measures to remove exceptionally gifted children from this policy. But at the same time, that would now bring the question that how would they know the exceptionally gifted children?
No,
what makes your child more gifted than mine?
Exactly.
They can tell me.
Nowadays, we have children that catch up things easily.
The children that we are giving birth to nowadays, they are very fast.
Wait, let's balance this, because it's still not balanced yet. So a child that catch up easily, and a child that does not catch up easily, what makes them different?
What makes them different?
Yes, now.
Is the catching up.
Because it's funny. Like,
It's the catching up that makes them
so
different.
they're not trying to like make a difference. They are bringing differences between children. It's not bad.
It's really going to cause a lot.
Exactly.
It's going to cause a lot of competition. I mean, bad blood.
You paid about #1 million,
and you are paid the same.
1 million.
And your child, they say your child is exceptionally. I will sue the school. I will sue you, the parents.
What you did to your child?
Oh my God.
Your child gifted than mine. You go explain that. No evidence. But then I would like to read this also.
Okay.
Back to the article. The NUT said the only way this policy could work is if it is implemented from the foundation. By that, I mean starting at the primary school level. In the past, now the person is taking us back. In the past, before a child was allowed to start a school, they had to pass through a basic test, like reaching your hand over your head to touch the opposite ear.
And that was in the past now.
But it worked.
But it worked actually, which means that as a child, if the right hand, if the right hand cannot reach the left ear, you cannot start school. You cannot start schooling. That means you go back home. No matter how old you are, you have to go back home. But please don't start that now. Don't start that right now.
I think what the person is trying to bring out here is that if we can go back to the basis of, okay, a child in KG1, see, let's not 3 months, 6 months. 3 months, they're in crèche.
And that is where I am going. They are in crèche because of the, should I say, the work system.
Yes.
The pressure of the work system out there.
That's why I said that it's not balanced.
It is not balanced at all. And that's why I also said that talk is for another day, because we go into it, we won't leave this place. It's a talk for another day. Because we have a mother that gave birth. And 3 months after, you have to return to work.
Come back to work.
And you can't take your child to work. So where will you put the child? You put the child in crèche. And once you put the child in crèche, the nannies, we start teaching them A, B, C, D. They will start teaching them 1, 2, 3.
And like I said,
learning has started for that child.
Yes. And he or she catches up easily from there.
Okay, so now my point, I want to go back to my point is, okay, let's say this policy is stamped. Bam. At the age of 18, I got admission. I so spent 4 years. At the age of 22, I'm done, right? Okay. Most schools have their strike and everything. Let's add 1 year and a half to it. So at the age of 24, I'm a graduate. I went for service.
That's another aspect.
See,
go on.
So many companies now, you start seeing their employment opportunities vacancy not less than 24. Not less than. And you know the funniest aspect? Now there is a full-time job, there's a contract job. For contract job, age not less than 24. With BSc and NYSC certificate.
At what age?
Now, for age 27, as cost staff, you start seeing not more than 27. Wait with masters.
They will ask you, BSA. They will even ask you to be
2 years
experience. No, that's not even that. 2 years experience, and then some will even say you must be registered with some professional bodies.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
They will ask you to be registered with some professional bodies, and for you to be a member or a registered member of these professional bodies, you must have written some exams.
Spend more than not less than 2-3 years writing one exam to the others. With the age of 18 to 24. So we have how many years to achieve this? And there are no jobs out there.
And when you were talking, did you add the ASU strikes?
With what you just said, and that would bring in forging of age certificate.
Exactly.
Certificate.
We are bringing more corruption.
Yes.
No, wait. Let me understand that.
They will have to backdate, their date of birth, like their age. Okay, they are born, let's say they are 27 or 28, thereabout. And then just because of what is happening, they have to backdate to, let's say 24.
To fit in to the job opportunities.
see what they've caused.
I think I get your
And
point.
that's more corruption.
So
That's more corruption, more immorality.
More
what we are
corruption.
running from, we are back
So
to
I
it.
think-
And you know it. Okay, please go on.
So I think if the federal government stamps this, we don't know what they can do. We don't know if they stamp this. I think the parent needs to, do the leveraging of supporting their children or child, enrolling them into a vocational institute where they can learn 1 or 2 skills. I think that will help till when
The child is 18.
And be able to take the exam.
But wait, so sorry to cut you short. We're actually talking about what if they stamp it, right? Whether it's being legal or not. But then I would like this our federal government, our Minister of Education, respect. Let's look into this very well. Because this is also a disadvantage to polytechnic students. I am a bona fide graduate of the Polytechnic Ibadan.
So wait, please don't bring Great Polite here. But wait,
yeah.
Take it then.
Okay, and I am a bona fide student of Obafemi Awolowo University. OAU of the greatest. So maybe you should start mentioning your poly and your university and your uni under the comments.
We are proud of our school anyway. My point is, so for ND, you spent 2 years. I got admission at the age of 18. So says our federal government. So at 18, 2 years ND, 1 year IT, that's 3 years.
3 years.
2 years for HND, that's 5 years. Then I go for service for 1 year. That's what, 6
years.
Okay, so some people will argue with me that, okay, there's job for HND student now. But then, in the market, there's level. I'm not even going to job opportunity yet.
No, not job
for
opportunities.
You to get your master's as an HND student, you have to go for a conversion program to convert your HND to BS.
2 years.
You spend nothing less than another 2 years.
2 years.
So 2 years ND, plus 1 year IT, 2 years HND, 1 year for service plus 2 8 years.
8 good
Wow.
years.
Plus 18, ma.
Let me not do the calculation.
I've not added strike. I've not added that you wrote your HND results. When HND exam, you're not giving admission the first year. I've not added that.
And you did not add that sometimes you even write exams and they will say they can't find your results.
Imagine that.
That thing,
That's
well, it's prominent everywhere, but I've heard more about it in the polytechnic environment.
Yes.
I've heard more about it in polytechnic environment.
So I would support this person that says that if we want to implement this policy, we have to go back to the beginning. We can't just come and say, okay, we want to start it now. It will affect everything.
It will affect everybody. Then I think it also brings up the idea of, since we are talking about if this policy is going to go on, what are the things that can be done to help?
Yes.
Then it would also mean that the labor market, the organizations out there, the employers of employees, then they also have to change their policies as well. You can't say 23 years of age
2 years
with 2 years experience. You can't say
How do you that?
You can't say at most 28. I don't think I've even seen 28.
No,
27.
27 is the
27 and below.
That's your last birthday.
With so years of experience.
That's your
last birthday. Oh my God.
Okay, and then that we also bring another. I'm sorry, I'm taking us back. We are talking about all this. If it goes on, what then would happen to a student that finished school as 14 years old?
That's a lot.
14 years of age. So we have 15, 16, 17.
4 years.
18 inclusive.
You
Sorry,
have to
don't mind my maths. 18, 4 years.
Jesus.
That child, I don't know. Oma didakuda.
Honestly.
Or see, I'm old. Let me say, if I were to be that child, I would just pick up a skill, be a boss
Of my
own. Because how can you waste 4 years of my school because of a federal government policy?
And people say school is a scam.
School is
Well,
not a
school is not a
It's
scam.
just the society that makes
It's
it
just the
look
society that
way.
is, I mean, it has
So now,
spoiled
And
everything.
illiteracy that started his or her business at the age of 15 and decided not to go to school, and the person, the child is making it in life, and eventually the one that went to school will come and
Come
work,
back to serve.
come and serve.
Imagine.
I
So
think
the system is not balanced.
it is not. It is not at all.
But then, what's the solution? What if it was legalized? What are we going to do?
That's why we've mentioned some
That's
of the solution.
solutions.
The employers of labor should look into their policy and see how they can help.
That's not even my point. I mean the child.
Then it's up to the parents. The parents and the child should look into putting the child into a vocational school, so that the child can learn a skill while waiting for WAEC and JAM. Let's read some of the feedback that we got from our people out there. And this one says that, okay, we talked about it. Said we should, the federal government should go back and sit up. Go back and to the drawing table on this policy. Gave instances of schools or systems outside the country. Mentioned that there are some countries that you can't start school until you are 5, but there is what they call gifted children programs. So even if you start school at age 5, because I had to read further on this, even if you start school at age 5 or lesser than age 5, and you get to that level where you can go on, and if you are a gifted child, there is something called gifted children program, in which exceptionally brilliant ones are exposed to higher knowledge than their mates. And the person said also that they would also invite these gifted children to a junior honor society where their likes are treated specially. And which brings the question, I asked this question earlier, that if the Minister of Education is going ahead to say that there may be provision for exceptionally brilliant children, that may should not be a may. And then also, if it's a may and it turns out that they make provision, what process will they put in place to know exceptionally brilliant? You get what process, what criteria that they will put in place to know or recognize those brilliant, exceptionally children, geniuses. And because now my child is involved, my child must be one of those brilliant. You get.
Yeah.
So I think they really need to work on this. They really need to work on this.
So they have to balance this like big time, because if they don't balance this, like I said earlier, it's going to affect every sector.
It is really going to.
Some parents have calculated their age and when they will retire and how long they can fund
their school,
their children's schooling.
So just imagine that such parents has discovered that my child is intelligent at the age of 14. No, go and write WAEC.
Why are you wasting away?
You are telling me that my daughter or my son will have to wait for 4 years.
It's That's really a lot. And then it also, because I remember, I was in late secondary school then. I still have a younger sister that a sister that the parents couldn't handle her excesses again. She finished secondary school and she wrote WAEC. Some were not good enough for university. They had to make her write again. They just wanted her out of the house because she was too stubborn. I'm serious. This lady in question, she was too stubborn. They just wanted her out of the house because they as parents, you understand your child's nature. And they saw that if this child writing WAEC the first time, writing the second time, if she stays home too long, playing away, going to visit one friend on the other, no, she would waste away. She will become something else in the society. They had to push her into university. They had to find somewhere and push her there. And so that's the same for some parents. They can't just handle, and they see, okay, ẹ jẹ́ ká wáṣẹ́ fún kó máa lọ university kó máa dúró ńlé mọ́ kó lọ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Okay, and then I just thought of something now. We are talking about exceptionally brilliant children.
Okay.
And the minister is saying that there may be provisions, still saying maybe provisions for them. Do we have exceptionally brilliant teachers that we handle or that can handle these exceptionally brilliant children? That goes back to the system. That's a question for the government to handle.
And okay, do we have teachers that can train them well? What about the dull ones? The ones that don't catch up.
What do you do?
What do we have?
Do we put them away?
See, that's a topic for another day. Really, it's a topic for another day. So maybe we should not go there. We should not go there.
We should let it know.
But maybe we should.
Let's make the system balanced. Let's balance it. If we are planning that, okay, we're going to create a system for the exceptionally brilliant ones. For the opposite of them, there should be provision for them. For those that are already in SS3 at 15 years, federal government, sir, please, let's balance this well so that we'll not waste the talents and the gifts we have in
they are allowing things to slide for this year. This thing we are talking about, this policy, it's going to be implemented from next year. So they are just telling us ahead, giving us the gist ahead.
Child that is in SS2 at the age of 14
the child should start preparing so that he can go to vocational school.
May the Lord bless us, sir, please, so that we have some of Nigerians that are doing well over there. We want them to be here. Yes. Want them to want to see that talent, that inbuilt virtue here in Nigeria. And I pray that God will help you all to make it right.
You are part of the we all. God will help us all.
God will help us all.
Looking at this, I want to chip this in. Looking at this, most of their children don't even school in Nigeria.
That's true. That's
school in Nigeria.
You are shaking a table, a very big round table.
That table is something that they should really look into.
They should look into. They should look into their children. They don't school in Nigeria, and then once they are done getting the best of education, best of everything, they bring them back here and put them into leadership position.
Imagine
they're on top.
Yeah, and this reminds me of someone's comments, and he said that if I don't read these comments, he would like me and him will enter one. And he said that we are talking about the policy makers that are churning out this policy. And the reason why they can make this policy that is not favoring the society, the masses, is because they don't have part of the masses involved. They don't have the youths. It's like these policy makers are a bunch of old people, old men and women.
Days when we do like this.
Yes, yes, and in their days, those people that we have making the policy in their days, this was the process. And so really we should tell them that they should have youths.
Why are you pushing it?
We need youths. Yes, we need them. All right. Youths. So because of our time, we have to round up. We have to go. We are enjoying the gist, and I know you are enjoying it as well. But the program still continues. The gist still continues. Drop your comments.
Talk to us.
Yes, talk to us.
Talk to us.
So
please.
we want to say a very big thank you to everyone out there. Thank you for always watching us. Thank you for always dropping comments. Thank you for always sharing our posts. Thank you for always sharing our episodes. We love you. Take your.
I also want to thank our partners. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys and we celebrate you.
Thank you so much.
You so much.
Yeah. And please don't forget to subscribe to Dynamics Smile TV. It's very important.
That smile. Smile as you say it.
Like this. Dynamic Smile TV. Subscribe, like, comment. Like that comment is very, very important.
It's very important. We want to hear from you.
We might have said something wrong.
And you need to.
And you want to correct. Yes.
Just talk to us there and we will surely reply.
Yes, we will reply. And we always read comments. We read comments, we engage comments so that you will know that we are there.
Yes.
We love you, we care for you.
Yes.
And so before we go, there is something I would like to share.
Okay.
Something very, very interesting.
Okay.
So to support or to appreciate our viewers out there, Dynamic Smile TV is giving 2 free slots.
Yeah.
Dynamic Smile TV is giving two free slots.
Two.
Just 2.
Okay.
So if you are a business owner, if you are planning for an event, a conference, a concert, and you want us to advertise for you, please, you can reach out to us. 081 40294960 is the number. I'll take that again. 081 40294960. Please, it's on first come, first serve basis. And please, we also need your sponsorship. If you want to sponsor us, if you want to support us, yes, so we need it. You can partner with us as well. We need it.
Yes.
And until next time, we say what? Bye.